Hey there, Tall Man Clan. Welcome to the show. We are so glad to see you. Have you missed us? It's been like a week.
Yeah, maybe 2. It's been a
No,
while.
it hasn't been 2 weeks.
It's been too long.
It was last Sunday.
Was it last
So it's been like a week and a day.
A week and a day. It's
yeah.
too long.
Hopefully you all were with us when we did our live embarkation. Speaking of embarkation here, hang on just a second. Speaking of embarkation, hi Embarkation Nation. And then Angela Brown, welcome to the show. Thank you so much. Donna, Elam, welcome. And welcome back, Macrina. We're anxious to hear how your time on the Panorama was. I think it was the Panorama.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Angela's eating our favorite chips from Costco. we're having our favorite snack, which is popcorn. It was hard to bring the popcorn. We didn't think far enough ahead to make popcorn to bring with us to the port. So
we'll have to do that next time.
Yeah, we had Costco Cape Cod chips.
Yeah.
So anyway, who else? You got me jamming, right? That's the whole purpose of the music. Let everybody catch in. It takes a little bit for everything to go live, and so we play a little bit of music. Sometimes some of the streams that come up, they'll just have a screen and a countdown, but man, that's boring. Let's come on live. You can see us dancing and having a good time.
Yeah.
Macrina says, seems so long for me. Well, look, yeah, you went to California and spent a couple of nights on the Queen Mary, and then you got on the Panorama, and then you're here, and we've been busy. Maybe Motivizer will come in tonight too. Motivizer was with us. We are down here in Tampa, Florida. We just finished. Oh man, we just finished 25 hours of streaming at the Florida RV Super Show. We're at the Super Show, and so Motivizer is also an avid RVer, and so he was on a lot of the streams with us. And
Angela and Macrina, a couple of other people.
Did Macrina come on there too?
I think.
Did you come on to one of the?
Sure, Macrina popped in our last day.
Oh man,
yeah,
it was a lot.
Yeah, we were pretty loopy.
A lot of hours.
Still pretty loopy.
A lot of hours. And in fact, speaking of hours, in less than 3 hours from this moment right now, all of this is going to be heading down the road or up the road. We're on our way to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Going to be driving 12 hours through the night. Maybe we'll turn a stream on, and who wants to stay up with us all night?
We'll find out who is the night owls.
Yeah, right? Come with us. Anyway, we couldn't get into an entire show here with you guys without showing you balcony cam.
Yay, faux balcony cam.
Right. We're not on a ship, obviously. We're in Tall Man Mobile. But, who cares? We have balcony cam with us all the time.
Yeah.
And we'll be on a ship soon.
Yeah.
We're getting on the seaside.
Yes,
so.
Looking forward to it.
All right, so who's ready for the show tonight? We all ready? Ready to get going?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the show. Hey there, Tall Man Clan. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man, and this is my lovely wife and partner, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Mm-hmm. Not that anyone ever calls her that. And tonight we're going on with episode 2 of Are You Kidding Me, People? I think this is going to be an ongoing thing. You guys seem to like the thing. So the second episode of Are You Kidding Me, People? And we're going to talk about some news as well, some interesting things that are out there. And maybe we have like flash news. We'll do like the quick abbreviated version of the news. So we want to welcome everybody: Mamie Radar, Angela Brown, Macrina, Embarkation Nation, Donna Elam. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight, and everybody else who I didn't call out. Thank you so much. Welcome to the show.
Yes, welcome. Thank you.
So we always like the balcony cam, says Donna Elam. Absolutely. I mean, we're all here for cruising, and what better way to start off a show than showing a little bit of balcony cam, all right? So we'll show you all the balcony cam one more time, all right? We love that. In fact, I'll tell you what, we'll just leave balcony cam up there as we get into the Are You Kidding Me, People? All right, so the first one we have for you tonight is this. I believe this is a carnival one. It says, if you want to do the classy move, then ban those tacky door displays. You said they bring joy to everybody. Brainless answer. No passenger has the right to use public space, and the outside of your door facing the hallway is public space to decorate, advertise, etc. This is why blah 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 is a more classy cruise line. With door decorations and ducks, your ship is more like a flea market. Are you kidding me, people? I don't know what it is about doors and ducks and all these. We got another duck story coming up, right?
It's crazy. People just don't seem to like them for some reason, or a lot of people don't seem to like them. Doesn't bother me.
But what is it with the door displays?
Yeah, I don't know. I like hanging a little something up on the door so it's easy to spot my room.
Yeah, I mean, right? Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's some people that do a lot, right? And you walk the ships. I don't know how much you all walk the passenger cabins, but we cover all the passenger cabin decks when we're doing ship reviews. And speaking of which, all you Jubilee fans, the deck plans should start coming out here in the next day or two. So we'll be able to show you those. Yeah. So we see a lot of door decorations. Some of them are like, wow. And some of them are, like Lisa said, just a little something, something. So when you're walking down, you can visibly see that this is your cabin.
All those doors look the same.
They do.
And especially if you've been, at one of the bars and, stumbling back to your room.
Do you have the drink package?
Yes.
Those are the ones maybe with the over-the-top decorations.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. What do you all think about the door decorations? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you not care one way or the other? Leave your comments down there in the chat while we're with you live. So that was the first story. I don't get it. And, maybe it's it could be a religious thing. We've obviously just gone through a massive holiday here. And some people don't celebrate Christmas the way a lot of people do. And so maybe they were offended by the Christmas decorations.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Some of them were absolutely beautiful, though.
Yeah.
The Christmas decorations around the doors, it was crazy how much some of them were decorated. It really was.
There was one that had I won't call it a small, it was a pretty good size from a height standpoint, but it was very skinny and narrow. A Christmas tree outside their door.
We saw more than one Christmas tree outside people's doors.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is with the door decorations, but to each their own, I guess. Anyway, so let's get on to the next one. This is another fun one. It's a carnival jubilee, oddly enough, question. It says, we heard rumors. We should probably stop right there. But we'll continue to read. We heard rumors from people on the ship that we need to get to Galveston later because of a dubious medical emergency. Dubious? I don't know. Anyway, not sure if this is real. We have not been told anything by you or Carnival. Irritating that we have to read about it on a VIP group Facebook page. Carnival dropped the ball again. Look, y'all, I hope for this commenter's sake that he's not one that has a dubious medical emergency someday that causes the ship to have to divert to seek further medical attention for the passenger. Yeah. Now, in this case, Carnival did put out a notification. It just put it out when it was time to put out the notification, right? And the other thing, the word rumors, right? So rumors circulate like wildfire, whether it's on a ship, in these Facebook groups, which is why we try when we're on a ship not to talk too much about stuff that's happening in Facebook groups. Like people will message when we're on a live stream. Well, we heard such and such and such and such. I'm like, man, look, we're on the ship and we see, we run into 1,000 people a day at least, and nobody has said anything. So I don't know. Yeah, there's an outbreak of whatever, man.
And that almost happens every time we're on a ship.
Yeah. So the reality was, all things said and done, the Carnival Jubilee was 1 hour late returning to port at the end of the cruise because they did have to divert to seek medical attention again for this passenger. And so that they asked everybody to back their arrival times to the port 1 hour. So if you had a 10:30, 10:30 became 11:30. Again, this wasn't like the end of the earth. It was, we need to just back everybody up 1 hour. And again, notification was put out when all the facts were there to actually make an announcement. Rumors happen quick. facts take a little bit longer to figure out, right? And so,
I love that they put in, not sure if this is true, and Carnival dropped the ball in the same sentence.
and rumors.
And rumors.
Yeah.
The same
It's
paragraph.
a rumor.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, we're going to read a couple of replies to the last one.
All right.
Macrina says she likes the door decorations. Again, that's why Carnival is the fun ship, right? The fun ship, for gosh sakes. The fun ships. And decorations is fine. And I don't celebrate holidays as much as others do. But December, up the doors. Right?
I think it's maybe decorate up the doors.
Yeah, decorate up the doors. Yeah. Decorate my door. Why not? It's fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why not? I don't know.
And I don't get the whole thing about nobody has the right to decorate the public space thing. And your door is really, it's out in the hallway, but that's kind of your door. I don't know.
Look, I understand. The point is correct. The outside of the doors are part of public space. But as long as it's not hateful.
And it's not blocking traffic.
It should be allowed.
Yeah.
Rebecca says here, I absolutely love the door decorations. I use mine to find my cabin after casino and drinking.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
That's what we're talking about, right? Have a big night out on the town, if you will. And those decorations might help a little bit, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right, here is...
There were, I think, some more up there, weren't there?
No, that was it.
Was that it? Okay.
That was it.
Okay.
All right, here's this. You ready for this? I'm going to put this picture up. Does anybody know what this is? All right, has anybody seen this picture before? Yes or no in the chat, if you will. This is a live podcast, so yes or no in the chat if you have seen this picture before. It is brand new, so unless you've been paying attention, you may have missed it. But I want you to know, I want to know if anybody has seen this picture before. It is interesting, to say the least. And if you haven't seen it, wait. Angela Brown says, you were in NCL last May, and they made us remove your decorations.
Really?
Interesting. Wow.
Oh.
Them heathens.
Yeah.
Look, by the way, I can understand if the decorations are covering up door numbers. We have commented that ourselves as we're doing our deck tours of the passenger cabins. Because it's important for an emergency to see those door numbers.
Yeah.
So if you're decorating and the decorating has covered up the door number, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But anything else, I think is okay. Oh, everybody is saying yes. Wow. Says yes. I thought this was hidden. So for those listening to the podcast, I have a picture up of a brand new goblet, chalice, cup, call it what you want. It is gold. It appears to have a bunch of diamonds on it. This is it's got the Royal Caribbean logo and what looks like gems on it. You will find this on the brand new Icon of the Seas at a cost of $100,000. It is part of a bunch of new Royal Caribbean inspired jewelry that is all jeweled from different price points that are in these shops. Now, this particular cup, it has not been said what it's made of. Now, I can see that there's something sparkly on it, and a bunch of them, so I'm assuming there's some kind of diamonds. And the cup, well, it is gold. But again, I don't know if it's gold plated. I don't know if it's gold painted. No one knows anything. But it comes with a price tag of $100,000. Now, with this $100,000 cup, you will get free drinking for life on the Royal Caribbean ship if you buy this. So I'm not sure what to make of this. I did some math and I forget the math now, but it was like you'd have to sail like nonstop for like 14 years to make your money back on the drink packages or something like that. I mean, it's crazy. What I really want to know, and of course we'll never know, and well, maybe we will at some point, if someone actually coughs up the bread to buy this, I'm sure there'll be videos that go all over YouTube and show it. But I don't know. Is this just too far? $100,000 for gold cup, which, mind you, you got to take home with you. They're not going to keep it and move it around from ship to ship. You got to carry that $100,000 cup off the ship, back on the ship. I'm making an assumption, and again, a lot of the details I find at this point are I don't want to say sketchy, but there's just not a lot of details yet. And if there have been more details since I found this, I actually found this story a week ago, maybe 4 or 5 days ago. And but again, we've been busy, so I wanted to bring it to you tonight. But I do believe you have to present the cup to get the drinks. Oh, and mind you, it's only drinks of $14 of value or less. If you want something that costs $15, you got to pay the $1.
That's what I find is so funny.
And
$100,000 in
they're going to charge you $1. What the heck is up with that? Are you kidding me, people? Right? This is just. It's got to be the same people that came up with let's charge $99 to go walk the ropes course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we're about to talk about that in a minute, Laurier. Laurier says, yes, that's crazy. Charles, you're right. Embarkation Nation says, yeah, we saw that also, Laurier. Yep, it was on Facebook. Yep, cost $100,000 for life drinks. Yeah, I just don't. Even if I had the money, even if I was a gajillionaire, that's just ridiculous. That's just I'm gonna do it to show off kind of thing. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lori says, I think it's $100,000 in the new Royal store on one ship.
On the Icon.
I believe it will be in all of the Icon ships. Obviously, it's just the Icon of the Seas now, which does go out in 5 days for its first cruise. There's been a few videos that obviously have come out because they're doing their fam cruises for travel agents and stuff like that, media and stuff. We could just not be there because we were already scheduled to be in Tampa. Now we literally, I'm not kidding, midnight tonight, Eastern Standard Time, all of this on the road, driving to North Carolina because we have to be there tomorrow by noon. So, and we're there through Monday morning. So plus I wasn't going to pay $10,000 for a room. I'm just not going to do it. Just like I'm not going to pay $100,000 for a cup. Knowing them, it's, made out of plastic, painted gold.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just saying.
It might be.
All right, let's move on, shall we?
Okay.
Let's move on. All right, so the next one. This is a good one, too. I took my complaint one step further today. I sent an email to the Federal Maritime Commission and complained to blah, 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 and they posted the email, okay? Federal Maritime Commission. Listen to what the complaint is about. This particular person went on an Alaska cruise, and it was a land cruise and a sea cruise. So they get off the plane, they check into the hotel. Eventually, they make their way to Mount McKinney Lodge, where they hand over their luggage, okay? Which, of course, the McKinney Lodge is owned by Princess Cruises. They take the luggage from point A to point B for you. This was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. From July 19th through the 25th, I never saw my luggage again. Princess sent it to the Sapphire when we, the commenter, were going on the Grand Princess on the 22nd after the land portion of the trip. I was without my luggage for 7 days. The only compensation I received were money vouchers to buy very expensive clothing there in their gift shops. Thank God they did have underwear. Anyway, we won't go into that. I also got complimentary laundry service for the time on the cruise. Right? When they finally got their suitcase back. So they got their suitcase back. Of course, it was after the cruise, but they got their suitcase back. Right? It turned out there was a big slit down the top of her cruise, and her husband's suitcase was missing a wheel. In fact, they said they had to leave the suitcase on the ship and buy a duffel bag to put his clothes in because it was missing a wheel. Okay? They then say, we had to leave it on the ship. We bought a duffel bag. I am truly not a complainer, but I thought some type of compensation should have been offered. This was an $11,000 trip. Oh, by the way, Alaska was beautiful. So they get on a ship without their luggage. Now this happens all the time. It's
not fun.
It isn't. It really isn't. No. I've been without luggage before, not on a cruise, but somewhere else. Airline didn't have it, and it was 3 days before we got it back. And so we were 3 days without luggage. I mean, I get it. It's an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Did I let it spoil our time? No, not one bit. So she asked about compensation. They gave her vouchers for clothes. They gave her complimentary laundry service so she could wash those clothes over and over again. And in the end, she did get her luggage back. So now she has some new clothing and all her old clothing again. But they did have to replace the one piece of luggage. In the end, y'all, this is what insurance is for. This is why you take your insurance. It covers lost luggage. And so there is no compensation from the cruise line if something happens to your luggage. Now, a lot of times, the story's slightly different with luggage. That you pull up to a port, you hand it to the porters, and then it shows up missing. Okay? What I find interesting is, and then they've been the cruise lines. So the cruise lines have zero to do with getting your luggage on the ship. Once you hand it to the porters, it's the porters that take care of it. They stick it in the big cage. The cage is forklifted by the porters, and it's forklifted up to the ship. Now, why is that? Well, all the docks are all serviced by the longshoremen, which are all unionized. And if you notice, with the exception of an officer checking the food, there's not any cruise personnel on the dock. Maybe a couple security people. It's all the longshoremen. Cruise lines don't hire them. It's by law that they're there and they have to use from the unions. So it's not carnival personnel. So a lot of these unfortunate luggage issues have nothing to do with the cruise lines. I know it sucks, but there's not much you can do, which is why you take the insurance. Anyway, back to the chalice.
Yeah, do you have that American Tourister commercial again?
No, I don't. I don't.
I feel like we need to play that.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of reoccurring type complaints. Luggage is one of them, and so take the insurance. It's really worth it. I mean, especially if you're going on, a longer cruise and you have, a lot of different clothing that's expensive in your luggage. Insurance for a cruise is, depending on your age, $50 to $150, somewhere in there. I haven't looked at it in a long time, but it's not a lot of money. And so to replace your luggage and all the belongings in it, if it's just luggage, I don't know, it would be worth it to me. Never mind the health,
And, I'm pretty sure I saw, John Heel do one of those surveys again. Do you buy expensive luggage or do you just buy the cheap stuff knowing that it's going to get trashed? I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Yeah. By the way, back to the chalice. Antonio says, I'd rather book 20 to 25 cruises for that amount of money.
Yeah,
right?
Me too.
Embarkation Nation. You'd have to drink 7,143 drinks at $14 a piece.
Yes.
Right? Now do that times, however many days or how many drinks on average somebody's going to drink. At $14, they're probably pretty potent. So maybe you get 5 drinks in a day. I don't know. Again, do the math, right? It is a lot of cruises.
Yes.
Macrina, the color is gold plate. I can tell. No way, because the $1 upcharge will increase when the drink prices go up. Exactly, right?
True.
Lori asks, what insurance do you guys like when you go? Lori, we actually talked about this in another stream. We have not ourselves done insurance a lot. The main reason is simply almost all cruises we've taken have been out of Florida, which means we're taking our own luggage, putting it in our own car, driving it, and giving it to the longshoremen, the porters, and on the ship. We have never had an incident. They are far and few in between, but those are the ones we hear about all the time. Now, we've started to go abroad some more, and we're getting a little bit older.
Yeah,
and
so it's a little bit more important these days.
Do you remember? So we used to have a travel agency years ago, and there was one insurance company that we preferred over the rest. Do you remember that might be?
But did we go through Alliance for our...
We did.
I think we went through Alliance for our...
We bought like a 1-year policy because we travel so much. We used a company called Alliance. Again, we're not sponsored by them or whatever, so I don't have a link to put up or anything, but if you want to look up Alliance Travel Insurance, they offer different packages. And like I said, we got a year thing because we're all over the place all the time.
Yeah, and it covers us, it'll cover us in North Carolina, so.
Yep. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get back to some more news, shall we?
Okay.
We'll go back to this one for full. Okay. This is another interesting one. It's a food one. And I'm interested to hear your take on this one. A family member is considering a cruise with Carnival on the Radiance with the rest of my family. She wants to know if any of the food is genetically modified. This will be a deal breaker for her. I am learning a lot about GMO foods myself now and understand that you are not Mr. Healthy, John, and are obviously, from your size, not worried about it. Okay, that probably was not needed.
Totally not needed.
I hope Carnival does provide non-GM foods only. At home, I eat 100% organic, antibiotic, RBGH, and thanks to my sister-in-law, I now also eat GMO-free. Can I do this on the Radiance? Now, I'm not going to say Lisa and I are the absolute healthiest eaters in the world, but we do make our attempts to eat as healthy as possible. So forgive me if I know very little about this, but if you cut out everything that is not organic, not antibiotic free, not RBGH, and not GMO free, is there anything left to eat? I don't know. So this might be up here for me to ask more of a question to all you out there listening and watching. I don't know. And again, the further question would also be, if you have to or desire or want to be on a diet that is that strict, is a cruise going to be the best vacation option for you because of the food that they do offer? I don't know. That's why I'm putting it out to you guys to get some feedback and information of what you all think about this. Anyway, Angela says here, we'll go back to this right here. Angela says, out of all the cruises you've been on, you've never used insurance. Knock on wood, nothing's ever happened. Well, of course, right? Insurance is like anything else. It's there in case of an emergency or an accident. You never know what's going to come. That's why they do call them accidents, right? So, and we've been the same. We've taken it a couple of times. And as we mentioned, just this past year, we took a 1-year policy to cover everything that we do, which I think it's just about time to re-up it.
I think it is.
In like March. So we'll re-up it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it's a gamble, right?
Thankfully, we've never had to use it, but we're getting, older and when you get older, things can happen. You start falling and, you lose your balance and,
and have dubious medical conditions.
Yes, and I do not want to be, without insurance and have a dubious medical condition for sure.
Oh, good Lord. Macrina was saying, why are people so rude about John's size and health?
I know.
Look, John's been fighting his health and his weight for a long time, right? Anyone that is heavy knows that, right? We call him Fluffy here, okay? So we're not going to call anybody heavy. We call him Fluffy. And it is what it is. And it just... There's a lot of reasons behind it. Nobody wants to grow up to be fluffy, but it is what it is. And to be rude about it to people, it's just uncalled for.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't get that.
Macrina says GMO is everywhere in some form or fashion, and many things are GMO, and you would never realize it, right? And of course, that's why this person was asking. So
my very first thought was, you don't even get organic. There's no way you're going to get non-GMO.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
Bev says there is no vacation option that stringent. I know. I don't know. You saw that comment. Angela says, I saw that comment about John Hild and thought it was so distasteful. Yeah. Absolutely. I understand the guy's question and asking, but he didn't need to put the personal slap in there. That's just rude. I mean, John gets beat up enough. Yeah. Y'all, Man, that man is a saint, is what he is. And we've talked about it before. We've gotten to spend some personal time with him. We have a mutual friend, musician and stuff that used to sail with John when John was a cruise director, and they sailed for years and years together. And he connected us long before John got to the status that he was at. He was up and coming as a cruise director. We went on several cruises with him and hung out. He is just the nicest, sweetest guy to hang out with. He really is.
Yeah,
and he is just as quick and witty, hanging out, no cameras, no computer, no mic, just sitting there, having a drink. I don't mean alcoholic drink, but
he's
a
like
drink.
This with that quick humor.
He is a great guy.
Yeah, he really is.
Anyway, Antonio says, I was considering eating healthier, but if if it makes you that nasty person, I'll stick with the junk food.
Yeah,
that's perfect, Antonio. Antonio, forget about it. Macrina says, insurance isn't needed until it's needed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Angela says, yep, she'll start thinking about the insurance now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are ready for some, like a flash news thing here? Right? It's going to be quick. Don't blink. You ready? News flash. The Carnival Miracle turned 20 years old yesterday.
Yay!
Happy birthday, Carnival Miracle. Margaritaville at Sea is now sponsoring Front Row Motorsports Car 34 with the driver Michael McDowell. Right? Pretty incredible there.
Go Margaritaville.
Right. Margaritaville's new ship has been finally named. It's going to be called the Viking Vesta. It's going to be out in 2025. It's going to be a small ship, 47,000 tons, holding only 998 passengers. And last but not least, for all you Holland America fans, or maybe not Holland America, maybe you want to be, for the next month and a week, actually a month and 2 days, they are doing a $1 deposit promotion.
Nice.
Through select sailings from, I think, summer this year all the way through spring of 2025.
Nice.
So there you go. There's your news flash. Hope you didn't blink. All right. Back to, are you kidding me, people?
What you got now?
All right. So I got back from a 21-day cruise on the Caribbean Princess last Monday. What an experience. For the wrong reasons.
Oh, no.
Generally tatty and tired ship. The ship's 20 years old. Of course it's not going to look new and sparkly. What is wrong with you? Anyway, cabin's not up to par. The public areas have seen better days. Again, it's 20 years old. Non-existing customer care at customer service. Problems with bugs in my cabin. 9 bites. Not restricted to me. One acquaintance I met on the cruise ship had the same problem, and he was moved. Okay, let's deal with the bed bugs. Okay, one port of call was, this is my favorite. One port of call was Guadalupe. Not aware until the day before we arrived that they do not accept US dollars, only euros. Tried to get some from customer service. Response was, we don't carry euros, period. Jackhammering at 7 a.m. in the cabin on deck 6. I don't know where this person was located, so I don't know if it was above or below, but obviously it bothered this person. Cold and grossly overseasoned food in the buffet restaurant, together with a lack of staff working. By that, I mean they were either more interested in chatting by the coffee machine or wash-up area and texting just outside the wash door. Wash basins by the public toilets and at the entrance of the buffet with a note saying, we're working on it, meaning they were broken. Okay, and it was that way for about 4 or 5 days. Same applied to the toilets and the cubicles. Entertainment in the theater was mediocre. No pianist in the plaza able to play requests or light classical music. Completely invisible of the cruise director. On a positive note, the bar staff was very good, especially on deck 17. And the DJ was fantastic. He was the only person who made an effort to mingle with the guests. So I read this, and I mostly put it in there because of the Guadalupe. Americans. Look, we're American. My fellow Americans. My fellow Americans. Tonight, we are in good health. No. Look, guys. Nowhere else in the world are they, or very few places, are they going to actually take US dollars. It's not their currency. The currency is the euros. It's lira. It's pesos. It's yen. Whatever it is. For you to expect to go to a foreign country and they take US dollars, are you kidding me, people? And we talked about something like this once before.
Credit card.
Just bring a credit card. They'll do the conversion for you.
Yeah.
Just and then be mad because customer service didn't have euros to exchange for? Oh my Lord. The comments on that one were they just went on.
I don't even know where to begin with that one. There's just so many things. I mean, the cold food, that sucks. That's not good.
Yeah. I mean, we've
Getting
experienced
bit,
that.
yeah, that stinks too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I don't know. They'd have to go in with the infrared, the blue light or whatever, and check to see if it's actually bug bites or she was bitten by mosquitoes somewhere on their trips to these islands. I mean, who knows? I'm not saying she wasn't or he wasn't because I don't know if it was a he or she. But the most important thing was more about the island and expecting them to take. And we weren't informed until the day before they weren't going to have. I don't have your. You got a credit card, sir? And ma'am, I'm sure you do because you probably left it with well, this was Princess when you got there. I don't know. Rebecca. Are you kidding me, people? Let's see. Yeah, Bev's laughing. Probably Antonio.
I think we were all laughing at Antonio. That was perfect.
Rebecca, if you have that many food requirements, stay home. And again, we don't mean to say that in a rude way, but if it is a dietary thing that you need to be on and there's no flexibility, you can't expect the rest of the world to 100% cater to that. Maybe there's some organic options, or maybe there's some GMO-free options. Again, maybe, I don't know. I don't work on a cruise ship. But we did go on the Jubilee, the chef's mate.
Yes.
Up in the buffet because somebody on one of our streams here was asking because they have diabetes and they were wondering if there was stuff about
a way to count
carbs and stuff. Yeah. And again, they didn't exactly have a way to count carbs, but they did have a red, yellow, green system on all the food that was served. Red, yellow, and green meaning red like a stoplight, green means go, based upon certain dietary needs. So anyway. Lori A., if you guys were on a 9-month cruise, do you think you could do it if it was on the Jubilee and not get tired of the food? Lori, we're going to address that in just a second. It's coming. We're going to address that in a second. Macrina, when you travel, you know you're going to a foreign country. Foreign countries do not have to accept your home currency. Some do as a courtesy. Oh, my God.
Right.
You're correct. And it's a lot of the cruise ports in the Caribbean that do that.
Yeah.
Not in Europe.
Yeah.
I cannot remember a single European country that we have ever been in that has ever accepted US dollars.
It's always been
ever.
Euro. Yeah.
We've got actually a little change pouch of euros from going back and forth. We always end up with a little extra. That's why we have started just to use the credit card. Don't have to worry about the little change. Right?
Exactly.
But by the way, if you didn't know, side note to all of this, you are going to Europe. Okay, and outside of this moment, you should remember when you get there, and you can use your credit card when you buy something, pay a little bit more, ask for a few coins. Because a lot of places in Europe, the public restrooms, you got to put a euro in to use them. Okay, those don't take credit cards. Now, this person wasn't asking because of the bathrooms. I'm just saying, if you get there, maybe try to get a little bit of change so you can carry around, 5 to 10 euros and just coins in your pocket. They're like quarters. They're tiny, but they're a euro. And you use those in the bathrooms.
Yeah,
anyway, just a helpful hint for you guys. Okay. Bev says, we'll take your change at par in Canada, but most places don't take US dollars anymore. Yeah. At par, mind you. They're not doing exchange rate. They're taking it at par. Right? So anyway. All right, let's move on.
All right.
So, Lori, the next story. I'm sure you are all well aware and paying attention to the wonderful TikTok drama that's going on the World Cruise. If you're not, Royal Caribbean, I think mid-December, set off on a 9-month cruise. Lori, that's how I know this is what you're sort of talking about since you used 9 months as an example. So, if you're unfamiliar with the situation, there are a bunch of younger TikTokers that have found their way onto the ship. Most of them for short legs of the trip. I think there's one that's on it the
The
entire
entire
time.
time.
Now, of course, there are some other people who are TikToking that are, older and whatever. But the ones causing most of the kerfuffle, we're going to use big words because I'm about to get into the big words.
It started with dubious.
Yes, kerfuffle. And they're I don't want to say inventing, but they're trying to find ways to add drama to what is going on. The few examples that I can have, and of course, these are normal examples. They're crappy examples, but they're normal examples. One, if a cruise ship runs into some horrible weather, there's going to be some leaking. That's what ships do, unfortunately, even these big, beautiful cruise ships, especially with all the upper decks with the doors that open when you walk in front of them. And so they video water coming in. And you think it's the freaking Titanic, right? It is unbelievable. At this point, the hashtag World Cruise, Ultimate World Cruise, the hashtag Ultimate World Cruise on TikTok has had over 150 million views on that hashtag, right? And they're complaining about, again, these are the younger ones who know nothing about cruising. They're complaining about cabin size and closet size and bathroom size and all these different things. And it puts a horrible stain on the industry. Is the industry perfect? No, by no means. But are cruise ship bathrooms small? By a house standard, absolutely. These days, the newer ships, the bathrooms are getting quite nice. Even the old bathrooms, look, we talk about this in our RV streams and some of these RV bathrooms in the showers. You're going to be in there for like 5 or 6 minutes. How freaking big do you need it? I mean, I'm 6'4", 6'4" and 220 pounds. I barely fit in any of these things. I love it. Why? Because I'm only in there for 6 minutes. The bathrooms? Can I sit in there and do my business? Absolutely. If I can't put my clothes on, great. I'll get out of the bathroom and do it in the cabin. I mean, people who cruise, they know these things. And so these TikTokers that have gotten on there are really doing a number. And what really sucks is for people like Lisa and I, right? We mostly do cruise reviews, right? We bring you guys some little news flashes and stuff. We talk about people's comments and stuff, but we're not the doom and gloomers, right? We don't put up clickbait thumbnails. We want to bring you fun, a little bit of entertainment, and in the end, give you the most detailed cruise ship reviews you've ever had. Okay? And so it's the doom and gloomers like TikTok or even some on YouTube that make it hard for the rest of us because we get on the ships and even walking around the RV show, somebody walked by us. By the way, and you've seen how I've got this tiny little gimbal with my phone on it. I mean, unless you were staring at me, most of the times you wouldn't even notice it's there because it's just my phone. Somebody walked by. I'm tired of these people and they're filming everything in their YouTube. It was everything I could do but to turn around and just smack the back of their head. I'm like, it's the same person that will sit down and binge watch all the videos on YouTube before they go, or a cruise ship, right? It's the same thing. We hear a lot of that on cruise ships too. Yeah. Them complaining about a lot of the YouTubers that are on there. And they feel entitled, this, that, or whatever. And we've had that conversation. We're not going to have it with you again. We're not entitled to anything. We're entitled to our cruise that we've paid for and a certain expectation of services and blah, 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 blah. And if it's not right, great. Let's have a conversation with somebody about it and see if it can improve. Anyway, but yeah. So to answer your question, Lori, I would have the time of my life on the Carnival Jubilee for 9 months. I would have the time of my life for 9 months on any cruise ship that's going to go to 7 continents and 150 destinations. Are you kidding me? Yeah. And on a side note, these TikTokers begged people to donate the money for them to actually go do this. Because they don't make that kind of money to go pay for this kind of stuff for 9 months. I don't know what it cost, but I'm sure it was pretty darn expensive.
I'm sure it was.
Right? So, come on, y'all. You need to give us money so we can go do it. We'll be nicer about it when we're there.
Right.
That's as close as I'm going to get to begging. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, let's see what you have to say about that.
All right.
Yeah, Lori. Sorry, guys. I watched too many cruise videos today and on so many topics. Cruise brain. Because we're going on the Jubilee in April.
Oh, nice.
Look, you're going to have a fantastic time,
Yeah.
Lori. Absolutely have a fantastic time. And don't be sorry. It just, we're all the numbers and things you were asking tied right to that TikTok story. And I knew I was just about there. But yeah, look, you're going to have a fantastic time. There were some things about the Jubilee that we didn't like. Doesn't mean it's not a great ship. Mm-hmm. It's just, we didn't like it. It's our particular opinion. They built up this whole Texas thing, this, that, or whatever. I just don't think it's that Texas.
It's not.
I spent 4 years living there. I don't call myself a Texan. I do have the nice cowboy hat and the boots and all the stuff and the belt buckles, right? Maybe I still have a honorary Texas card somewhere, Texan cowboy. But yeah, there's no Texas themed shows. I just, other than the Star and again, the barbecue in the back, which is the pick and anchor, is on every ship. Well, not every ship, but almost every ship. That they always have that. So I thought they needed to step up their game if they were going to sort of market it that way.
Yeah,
that was, I think, our only problem.
I
Cabins
agree.
were great. The public spaces were great.
Yeah.
The entertainment for what we saw was great. The staff was great. I mean, we had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kindle Fire's awesome.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
One of the best cruise directors we've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, we spent time with Mark Hugh. He was awesome. And Lee, your cruise director. We've had a great time. But her go away part. Now, mind you, it was the first cruise. And it was Christmas.
It was.
But her sail away party.
Holy cow.
Unreal.
Yeah.
I have never seen that many people on the top deck.
Right.
Ever.
No.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
She was all in too. I mean, all in. Yeah. Anyway. McCreener, every airport has currency exchange. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Bev, Queen Mary 2 got caught up in a snowstorm in the Atlantic. Yep, quite the sight. Yeah. Look, it's going to happen. And there's going to be some water that comes in. There's going to be some ice. There's going to be some snow. Somebody's toilet's going to, back up, and somebody's going to have a medical emergency. And I mean, look, it's a ship full of living people, and there's going to be crap that happens somewhere as you're transversing all the oceans and seas of this world. It's just going to happen.
Oh, my goodness.
Patricia, welcome to tonight's episode of The Disgruntled and Entitled, considered paid for by your cruise ship HOA. We monitor your doors, luggage, and GMO content. Golden Chalice is an upcharge.
Oh, that's great.
Patricia and Antonio, it's going to be a coin flip so far. You guys are awesome.
I love it.
Woo! Oh, Laurier, laughing at Patricia. Macrina says, agree with you. I would love a 9-month cruise.
Yeah.
And they won't feed you the same thing every week. No. It's going to be a variety. Look, there's going to be repeats. It's impossible not to be on a ship for 9 months and not have the same thing. It's just impossible. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy the heck out of it. Embarkation Nation said, we love the Jubilee. Absolutely. Yeah. We did too. And they also say, we agree with you about the theming. It could have been more.
Yes.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, they really made a big stink about this ship is never leaving. In fact, we painted the Star. A gallon of paint can fix that in like 5 minutes. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And to me, that's why they do that. It's a lot of lip service, but if something's not going right, they'll paint over that Star and just move it somewhere else because there's next to no theming on that ship that is Texas.
There's like this one chair at center stage that has a star on it. Yeah. A big whoop. Yeah. That and the star in the front. Okay.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Slinky?
Hi, Slinky.
I think it's plenty Texas. Seriously. It's not just stereotype Texas. It's all good. It's like I said, Slinky, I lived there for 4 years. I understand. I do. But
I would like to see more Texas. I really
think so.
would. I would have liked to have seen more Texas.
And for anybody that's been on it in the last 3 weeks, if you're watching the replay of this, let us know. Did they move the Texas tailgate party to when you're in Mexico where it's warm? Because it is bloody cold on that last night on that upper deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's up, Motorvisor? Hang on, buddy. Hang on. I got something for you. Hang on.
I have no idea what he's up to, you guys. Oh.
Hang on. Hang on.
Here we go.
Ready? We're going to finish the rest of the broadcast like this.
Oh, my goodness. So for those of you who don't know, it got pretty chilly here, and yeah, we've been wearing this for our 25 hours of streaming.
Laurier says Kindle won't be on the Jubilee in April when we go, unfortunately. Oh,
no.
Yeah, not sure, but when someone said she is getting married at that time,
well,
I think it's someone named Louisa when we go. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't heard that.
I hadn't heard that either, but congratulations, Kendall. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry you're gonna miss her. I don't know, Louise. I don't know anything about Louise.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, we've been in at the 2024 Florida RV Super Show, covering that for our other channel. We streamed for 25 hours, and it was no different here in Central Florida like it was everywhere else in the country.
Yeah.
Only not to the same degree. Obviously, we didn't get snow. Obviously, there's no ice, but it was 33 degrees the other morning here in Tampa, and it just doesn't get 33 degrees in Tampa very much. So that's why I have this ridiculous hat. And no, I'm not going to keep it on the rest of the time because it is warm here in the RV, and
it is warm in here.
I don't need to be sweating. Oh, I'm already sweating anyway. Getting all excited about TikTokers in 90 Day. Speaking of which, and this is sort of just a slight tie-in, but there's also a lot of tension about the tension that's going on in the Red Sea. And so, again, for those who have not heard, I'm sure you have, there's been a lot of crap going on over there. And it is affecting a lot of the cruise ships. It's affecting those transversing in the Red Sea. There's been a lot of, an extreme amount of pirate attacks on ships. No cruise ships at this point, but commercial vessels and stuff like that. And if I remember correctly, in early January, the governments of the world have finally responded and started attacking back and launching strikes on the people that have been disrupting the flow of ship traffic through the Red Sea. Forget cruising for the moment. That passageway through the Red Sea and the Suez Canal is a vital commercial link for the countries of the world, for goods and services that are goods, I should say, that are moved around. So it's sort of a vital thing to keep it, open and free of more kerfuffle. So the point I'm trying to make is, as time moves forward, days and weeks, maybe months, who knows, it is quite possible that your itinerary, if you're supposed to go somewhere in that area, might get changed. Please don't get your panties all up in a wad if that happens. It's for your safety and everyone else on that cruise ship. And I know it might suck, especially if it was a trip of a lifetime, which many do, right? Many people save long and hard to take these trips, and they're going on a 10-day and going to, what's the other one that, oh my good Lord, a complete brain fart right now. Israel, Palestine. No, Israel and Palestine.
Okay.
What are somebody help me out there in the audience?
Hamas? Are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about. Palestine
and Israel have been fighting, and there's a lot of cruises that go. There's a title for these cruises. I can't think of the name of the title for these cruises.
Holy Land?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. It's the Mad Cow, everybody. It's the Mad Cow. Yeah, so a lot of people that were booked, again, vacation of a lifetime, doing their Holy Land cruises that were unable to go. It's no different along these areas through the Red Sea. So if this happens, just have a little bit of patience. And, the cruise lines will usually do something. We're so sorry. Here's a little bit of onboard credit. They don't have to. It's in your contract that they could change at a moment's notice. So I know it sucks, but there's not much else that can be done with that. Okay. By the way, Antonio, no sympathy for you 33 degrees. It was like minus 30 wind chill here in Michigan. That's why you're moving to Texas in June, right? Well, look, like I said, there's a lot. There are people that are in your temperatures with no power. I forget exactly where, but there was like several storms back to back, and one ice storm came through brought down a bunch of lines. They had no power. It takes days for that to get fixed. And then another one came through. And so they're in negative, temperatures with no power. Again, we pray for these people and that their power will come back soon, as well as good weather for everybody. And I believe it is coming back. It's just down here for us, this is about the heaviest thing I own is a polo shirt. Outside at 33 degrees in Florida, a polo shirt sucks.
Yeah, we're just not prepared for that.
It's okay. we just put on the hat and like 14 layers of this and we move on. Thank you. By the way, applause for everybody. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, we do appreciate all the thumbs up. Thank you, guys.
All right, Lori, Dubai. No, it wasn't Dubai. Gaza. No, it wasn't Gaza.
Macrina got it.
Holy Land. Woohoo! Good guesses, though.
Yeah.
Gaza. Yeah, Lori says, Macroons wins. You got a new name, Macrina. It's Macroons.
I think it was spell check.
Slinky says, welcome to Texas. And Antonio, see, remember, you will need a generator. Our Texas power grid is awful, dear. Yeah, it is. It still gets cold in Texas, depending on where you live. I mean, Oklahoma's had some ice storms in northern Texas, right? You're going to want to live, as further south as possible. She's right. Which, by the way, if you don't know, Slinky's one of the Blue Crew for La Lita Loca. We spent, Tony at La Lita Loca. We spent a lot of time with her and her husband on the Jubilee. They were on there with us for the inaugural.
They were awesome.
And he was a lifesaver.
Yes.
In fact, I'm going to disappear again. Hang on.
Yeah, we did. We spent an awful lot of time talking with them and loved every minute of it. And so we got some great advice from them and on powering our lights and things so we can go out and do.
Look familiar, guys?
Yeah, the Port Canaveral thing.
Wait a minute. You know what? Hang on. Let's go large screen here.
Okay.
Let's go on. Right there you go. Anchor. Right there. It's a battery backup. And then
that's what powered.
I took it one step further. We got this. More power.
We took the Anchor with us while we were streaming at the RV show, and that's what we were charging our recharging our cell phones and microphones with, and the big one with the handle on it. That's what we did at Port Canaveral. We had our lights and computer and microphones and everything was hooked up to that.
Yeah, it was a 2.5 hour-ish stream. So
it was, yeah.
So that battery was awesome.
Yes.
So thanks for turning us on to Anchor. We appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely we do. Thank you.
All right. So let's get back to some of your comments here. Macrina says, I've gotten a lot of weird names. Spell check, no worries. Lori, OKC here. Ice today, hence watching cruise videos all day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just stay in, endure it. Yeah, so... They're in Corpus Christi, Embarkation Nation. They're in Corpus Christi, Texas, and Slinky is correct. Yep. Slinky says, sweet. I'm telling Matt. You're creating competition, LOL. Well, this was... this one was for obvious reasons, guys. Yeah, or at least Slinky. Just even on the ship, this is light. It's a couple of pounds, and I actually literally can plug the computer right in there because we start streaming with you guys on the ship, and all of a sudden it's 2.5 hours later, and my computer's about to die. We're like, oh no! So we bought that as a backup to carry with us. But we have decided through some nudging from a few more of you people out there to be a little bit more creative and try to bring us more stuff other than ships. Thus, we decided to do these departures from the cruise ports. And well, again, we need power, we need lighting, which means we need a bigger battery. Thus, we invested in that one.
Yeah.
And it's actually not that heavy. It only weighs 10 pounds, right? So,
but it's
got
wonderful.
an unbelievable amount of power.
Yeah.
We only used 50% of it, and we had 2 lights and the computer going for nearly 3 hours.
Yeah, loved it.
And
We've had a lot of comments popping in here.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go back to this one so we can see them better.
Okay.
Antonio says, thanks, Slinky. That'll be your first purchase. And Corey Armstrong, Tim, you got it. Perfect. Man, I think I have seen every single one of those episodes many times. One of my favorite shows. In fact...
You have the tie.
Two of
ties.
them. Next time I get home, I'm going to bring one out for you guys and wear it. Haven't worn that tie forever. Okay, we got to get back to this because we have 2 more stories. 2 more stories, all right? Just 2 more. Okay, because, we got to pack this up.
Yeah.
We're going to be driving in 2 hours, y'all. Who's going to drive with us tonight for 12 hours to North Carolina? If we turn the camera on, are you going to be up with us for 12 hours? I want to know who says yes. And if you say yes, I may hold you to it. Anyway, next story.
Because Lord knows I fall asleep during the drive.
Worthless, this one. Wake up! I wasn't sleeping. Oh, yeah, sure. Uh-huh. I got 5 minutes of the snoring on the phone. Here. All right. It would be an actual... Oh, I love this one. I'm going to save this one for last.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm now going to do the last one first. All right. Well done, Disney Cruises, for banning and hiding these infernal and disease-riddled rubber ducks. I am a parent, and I do not want to have to deal with a load of ducks to take home, so I just left them in the cabin or in the trash. So I can totally understand that decision. The VIP Facebook page says that Carnival is announcing the same. Good, I say, and this is echoed, I betcha, by most everyone else. So, I got news for you. The last time I looked, there were nearly 5,000 comments. I sat there and scrolled through 1,000 of them. Not one of those 1,000 people were happy. Second, Carnival is not banning the ducks. They are not. So, again, we go back to rumors. Our first story of the night is how rumors start, y'all. Carnival is not banning the ducks. They're not going to ban you decorating your doors. Infernal, disease-riddled ducks. I wonder how this woman, mother, who's obviously children have collected the ducks, feel about her throwing them in the garbage. That's what I want to know. I don't know. What do y'all think?
I mean,
disease-riddled ducks.
Yeah, I mean, how disease-riddled are they if she let them pick them up to begin with?
Disease-riddled.
You know?
They got Ebola all over them. Oh, no!
It's a little duck. You could wash it.
By the way, I wonder how Donald feels about Disney banning ducks.
Yeah, I don't
Donald
know.
Duck?
Isn't that interesting?
Does that mean you're never going to see Donald Duck on a ship?
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's John Heald thing too. Anyway, I don't know, man. It's just infernal and diseased-riddled rubber ducks.
I know a lot of people have very strong opinions about those ducks, but again, it doesn't bother me. I like seeing them sometimes.
If she doesn't want her kids to collect the ducks, then she needs to instruct her kids not to collect the ducks.
Yeah.
I won't go any further because y'all will start hating on me. Because I got some more words I could talk about right now. Oh, my good Lord. You guys are just chatting with yourselves here, Long Beach. Marina, it was cold in Long Beach on both ends of the cruise. Yes. And I
think Marina, I believe she had posted a couple of comments at the very beginning of the stream about her stay there.
Yeah. Marina says, sure, your stream can be your nightlight. Slink is like, I'd sleep too. Yeah. LOL, right? Is it true Disney is abandoning the ducks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney has banned the ducks. If you didn't hear that, that was, I think, from 2 or 3 weeks ago. We talked about the ducks in our last, are you kidding me, people? The ducks just seems to be a thing. No ducks on Disney.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Slinky, I love the ducks. Ducks are my friends. Seriously sad.
Yeah.
Right? Does that woman ever go to any retail store and just get germs on anything her children touch?
Yeah.
Right? Serious. Donald just doesn't want the competition. Maybe that's it. Maybe Disney will introduce the Donald Duck Ducks. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. It's funny how I read your mind.
Yeah. We don't practice this, y'all.
No.
This is just, I'm half,
24/7.
she's half, and we were meant to be together.
Yeah.
Antonio, how about just wash them and let your kids have some fun?
See, that's what I said. They're
Right?
little tiny things. They're rubber. You can stick them under the sink with some soap, and they're good to go.
20 years later, kids in therapy. My mom threw away my duck.
Aww.
Right? Oh, Macrina 2900.
That's perfect.
Oh, man. Hey, Arcade and Travel Adventures. Welcome to one of the streams.
Hi.
You just booked the Jubilee. Thank you for your arcade tour while we were on the ship. Thanks. No,
You're
not a problem, buddy.
welcome.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Send us some pictures. Deck 17, 9 p.m.
Yeah. We're sorry there weren't probably as detailed as you like your arcades to be, but when you get there, you at least know your way.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last story. I don't know. This is, I don't know why it's one of my favorites, but it's one of my favorites. Okay. Yeah, right. Carnival, of course, has to be the last one. It would be an actual service you could provide, Mr. Heald, if you stop forcing your usual irrelevant feculence and inform Carnival customers about the new AARP cards. I have to think of some words other than 4-letter ones because that's all I really want to say right now. He goes on. Feculence. You all are going to have to look that up, I'm sure. I know I did. Anyway. Are they electronic or physical? How far in advance should we buy to make sure we have them in time for the cruise? Can the credits from the card be applied to daily service charges / gratuities? Is AARP OBC stackable? These questions could not be answered by the person on the other end of Carnival's so-called helpline. Go figure. This is information that should be shared as a matter of principle, as there are millions of members, which means there are many Carnival cruises who should be informed.
Wow.
Feculence.
So, is that...
What a feculence kind of comment that is.
So is this a Carnival responsibility or an AARP responsibility?
It's feculence neither. It's the cruisers.
Yeah.
Look, we're going to help you all here. For those who don't know, AARP offers their members a discount when they buy like a prepaid sort of credit card, if you will. So if you bought a $500 AARP prepaid credit card, you only pay $450 for it. Okay?
That's a bargain.
It is digital. It's going to show up as a link on your phone. You then get on the cruise ship, take that link, go to a kiosk, at least on Carnival ships. Can't speak about anybody else's because this was a Carnival. Anyway, go to the kiosk and or customer service and they will add it to your account. It's just like cash. Feculence. I don't know what else to say. Oh, good Lord, man. Oh. Anyway, feculence. What a feculence sort of story that was. Embarkation is, our daughter loves the ducks and they make her so happy. Exactly.
Yeah.
We find them, we give them to our grandson. He loves them all. He's got dozens of them now.
He does, and a teeny tiny one too.
And we, I mean, really.
I literally thought it was trash.
Yeah.
It was so tiny.
It was
I
really
thought it was
tiny.
like a candy rolled up tinfoil.
Yeah, and we don't go looking for them. They just seem to find us.
Yeah.
Yep. Slinky. He. Pack Lysol. Spray the ducks. Feculence. The word of the day, feculence. It's going to be the word of the month. Yeah, Macrina. John Heald is not an AARP representative, nor does he need to inform anyone since they are a third-party company.
Yeah.
People are nuts, right?
Man.
Slinky. Wait, is she talking about AARP gift cards that they buy at a discount as a member?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what this member was talking about. AARP discount cards.
Yeah.
Right? It's a cruiser's responsibility, let Janita says. Yep,
yes.
Absolutely. Totally AARP. It is a totally AARP thing. And of course, it'd be nice if they provide the information to the people, which I'm sure they do. But like anything else, there's a lot of benefits being an AARP member. It's probably this thick. You could probably overlook it. So what I'm trying to get at is there's 6 million posts of people, believe it or not, why? Because I had to go look, talking about AARP cards and how to use them on ships. Not from this comment, but out there in the general public. Just do some research, people. It takes 5 minutes. Just type in AARP cards on cruise ships. You'll find your answer. Oh my good Lord. I mean, they offer it. It's the sort of thing. Yep, they offer it. Yep. You can pay towards your cruise with them as well and pay for excursions.
Yeah.
Great. Yep, absolutely. Again, it's kind of like a prepaid card. It's a gift card, whatever, right? Has this person used a gift card before? Obviously not, Slinky.
I'm thinking no.
Antonia says the audacity of her cacophony rambling was so juvenile.
So
Jejune. The feculence of the cacophonous jejune. Such a kerfuffle. McQueen, on our cruise, my friend took chickens rather than ducks. Hey, you can take those on Disney.
Hey, I like it. I like it.
Take something on Disney. You'll leave a bag of it outside of somebody's door. Luna Rose says you buy those AARP cards all the time. You use them to pay off cruises. Yeah, nice. It's a 10%. Like you said, you pay $450, and you get a $500 card.
That's awesome.
Lisa does that sometime with gas cards at different promotions at different grocery stores.
Yeah.
You pay $40 and you get a $50 gas card. These are great things, guys. You got to know that they're there and go looking for them.
Yeah.
But and again, my fellow Americans, we come to unite with the sad news. Mr. Feculence, you're stupid! AARP, it's an American thing. First of all, John Hill didn't even know what it was. He's a Brit. Some people just don't think. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
I'm done.
I think I might actually have to fill out one of those AARP forms now.
All she can think about is paying $450 for a $500 card. That's all she's thinking about.
Bargain shopping.
You didn't know, did you?
No, I didn't know.
She didn't know.
I get those things in the mail every month. I get, hey, come join AARP. Come join AARP. And I always throw them away. So now I might have to actually go look at them. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Y'all created a monster.
Yep. Oh, no. Slinky says, that rocks. Luna, Embarkation Nation, you saw another rant that the AARP cards didn't work in Australia, and it was similar that Carnival needed to let them know. I did not verify that, but what I read in a rant. Yeah, don't know, haven't read that, but I mean, they're accepted on the ships. They're just a gift card. It's like a prepaid Visa. So, they should be able to be used everywhere. But if where you're going, whatever country, doesn't accept
Visa.
gift cards,
or gift cards, yeah,
then of course it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Visa. Again, it is sort of a Visa or MasterCard because that's what all gift cards are. They're specific and they're loaded and they have to be backed by either Visa or MasterCard. But they are special. They are only gift cards. They're coded differently, if you didn't know that. I'm not going to get too technical on you, but they are coded differently. So if the country doesn't take gift cards for whatever reason, or doesn't use those, or accept those, again, it's not the responsibility of the cruise lines or anyone else. It's the responsibility of the person purchasing them to investigate who they purchased it from, AARP and see if they're going to be accepted in whatever country you're going to. In this particular example, it is a cruise ship, and yes, widely known, they're accepted on the ship. Just go to the kiosk and add it to your account, and it's now on there. I actually did have one more thing that we can just sort of, it's not really a post. Well, it sort of is, but I'm not going to read the whole post. I'm going to back up. Bev says, John's supposed to know everything. Yeah, I know, because he's God. He is omnipotent and all-knowing. Just a human being. Doesn't one of the A's in AARP stand for American?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Luna. Right? I have been debating on joining AARP. Well, Slinky, we'll all go together.
Yep, you and me.
We're coming. We're coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Sorry, we're a little late on that one.
Yeah, just a little bit late.
It's only like $12.46 a year to join. Yeah, $12.46. Yeah, $12.46. Yeah, it's very inexpensive. Yeah, and there's just a ton of benefits, guys. There really is for those who are old enough to join AARP if you want to. Okay. Lechania said you only joined to get the carnival gift cards at a discount.
See, that's Perfect. What I think. Yeah, that would be right? Me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
AARP is a great deal and is even cheaper if you join. If you call and ask for a better subscription price, sometimes you got 3-year membership for like $12.
Wow.
There you go. That's great advice, Macrina.
Yeah, thank you.
Call him.
Yeah.
Call him.
Might have to do that.
Slinky says, I keep telling myself I am not retired or old. I am just frugal. Yeah. You know, on an interesting side note, I had Blake the other day with us, and we were, and I can't. There was a few people. It wasn't just one. They're like, "Oh, your son's so cute," and I'm like, "Yes, thank you." God bless you, person. Beth says that's why in Canada it's called the CARP card. CARP. ARP. It doesn't matter your age. I thought it was
55 and older, right? That's what
I
thought.
Yeah, American Association of Retired People.
Yeah.
Retired persons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 55. Yeah, retired person. Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Either way, I'm gonna have to look into it.
She can, not me, not yet.
Yeah.
Almost. But I got a son. I was like, no.
Yeah, sadly, theirs. I do too. And people frequently ask me if I'm his mother. Yeah.
All right, let's see if you know this one.
Okay.
May I go to the restroom?
Yeah.
Thank you. See if anybody of you know that one. Speaking of being 5. It's only 55 for AARP. Yeah. Yep. Anyway. All right, y'all. Have we had a lot of fun tonight? I hope we have. I know there's a bunch of you on with us tonight. We have had a blast. Are you kidding me? People is a fun stuff for us to do. Yes. We try hard not to be poking fun at others, of course. But these are real comments that real people leave about real questions or problem they're having. And what makes it so funny is that most of the comments and questions are so ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're feculence. I don't know where I'm going.
We're going to North Carolina.
Slinky
That's where
says,
we're going.
no, you can join at 10.
Really? Huh.
So, okay, we're going to have to pull that up after the stream. Well, no, we got to drive.
Yeah. Interesting.
Luna, you don't have to be as old as Biden or Trump to join AARP. They'll take us spring chickens, too. I don't think they care if, of your age. I'm definitely not 55 yet.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, we'll look into it. Again,
Yeah.
it is American Association of Retired Person. It used to be you had to be 55, but maybe they change it.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yep. He. We jokingly say, Slinky says he. We jokingly say all the locadors are AIP members, youngest being 26. Yes, and travel safe. Had a blast too. That is awesome.
Yes.
Had an amazing time tonight watching y'all have a safe drive to North Carolina.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. And as a quick couple of side notes before we disappear, because I've been yet again a horrible host and I don't even know what I'm doing here. Make sure, if you haven't already, go to Facebook, look us up. Just type in Tall Man's Cruise Adventures. We have a Facebook group. Come on there. We put different content up there than we do on YouTube. And we also ask that you guys, when you go on cruises, put your pictures up there.
Yes,
especially
please.
If you go on the Jubilee at 9:00 p.m. the first night. You all are supposed to be meeting at the flagpole. No one's done it yet. I am very disappointed in the Tall Man Club. I am very disappointed in you.
Well, we got a picture of TJ back there.
Oh, that's right. TJ,
Yeah.
You're off the hook. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It wasn't 9:00, but he made it anyway.
He did.
So, okay. Not everybody.
We have one picture of the
Yes,
flagpole.
one picture of the flagpole. Okay.
Looking forward to many more.
And also, outside of the "Are you kidding me, people?" segments, we like to bring you guys on with us live.
Yeah.
Right? If you have something that you want to talk about, if you're on a cruise ship and you want to share some of the stuff that's going on the ship or show us around, send us an email to tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. We will set it up ahead of time and we will bring you on as a guest. You don't need anything fancy, just a phone. I send you a link, you click on the link on the phone, and it actually dials right in to the show.
And internet.
Yeah, you gotta have internet. Yeah. Gotta have internet.
Yeah, don't do that on your cell phone.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, gotta have internet.
Yeah.
All right. I've already done that one. So there you go.
Yes.
All right, there was something else that I thought I forgot to do. Housekeeping notes. I don't know.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, I did that like a long time. No, I did that when the music was going on 2 hours ago. We're such horrible hosts. We don't know what we're doing. Oh my good Lord. I had a blast. The best part is John Hill knows they're ridiculous, hence him posting them.
Yeah.
I know. And he's just amazing at how he answers them. He really is.
He is.
I could never do his job.
I couldn't either. Oh my gosh. I'd be in tears.
Yeah.
I would be in tears.
Are you kidding me? Of course, he does finish everything with FFS.
Yeah, he does.
Feculence sake. For feculence sake. There it is.
Oh my gosh.
Always have fun here. Excellent, safe travels. Thank you. You got mine at 49. Awesome.
Okay.
I did on the Panorama, 9 p.m.
Yay!
Excellent. Can't wait to see that.
I know.
Bama Nola Adventures. Hey, everyone.
Hi.
What's up, Bama? Little late to the party, but welcome.
Yeah.
God bless you for being here. We do appreciate you. Slinky just subbed. What do you mean, just subbed? What is wrong with you? I thought you did that on the ship. Or
like
was
a
that
month ago?
Yeah, was that Matt?
Thank you.
Bama and Embarkation Nation must be friends. Oh, Slinky to Facebook. Oh, okay.
Oh,
that's
okay,
a follow.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah, I was like, wow. Like she went home and unsubscribed and had to resubscribe because we remind her. Yes. Okay, so we are probably not going to be on next week because of what we're doing in North Carolina. We may try. We may sneak something in for you. I'm not promising. However, the next week, we are going to find ourselves in another port doing another departure.
Yeah.
It may be the same port, but we're working that out.
Yeah.
But we're coming back.
We had so much fun with that one.
We did.
Yeah.
And I know you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Right?
It's so cool seeing all those ships go by, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Right? And what I'm only afraid of or don't know is, can we get that close at other ports? Yeah, we're going to have to investigate and see if we can figure that out. But it was really neat to be right. I mean, we were right there. It was great. So, and we appreciate you all being with us during that live stream. For those who weren't, don't know what we're talking about, we, about a week ago, last Sunday, I think it was. Anyway, about a week ago, we're at Port Canaveral, sitting literally right in front of the Norwegian Epic. There were 3 or 4 ships that left that day. and we got to see them all leave. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Blah, ha, ha, ha. Yes, we are friends. Well, that's what I figured since he came here and just boom. So, and I'm going to make a general assumption that thank you for bringing them here. We do appreciate you all, and we have a great time and welcome all. And by the way, I still don't have any news in the group cruise. I apologize. My guy's now on the icon of the seas. Yeah.
I'm thinking we're probably going to have to pick another date.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We got to figure it out.
Yeah, we do for sure.
Okay. All right, y'all. We have been with you for a while now. We literally have an hour and a half to pack this all up and get on the road. I don't know if we'll stream the drive or not. If we do, maybe we'll surprise you. But we have a 12-hour drive from Tampa up to mid-North Carolina. It's going to be a trip. So anyway, come and join us if we stream, and you can just talk to us. We're just going to have the camera facing forward.
Yeah, so it'll be just a black screen.
Well, no, it'll see the lights in the road.
Well, yeah,
stuff,
that's true.
So.
The headlights, and yeah, that's true. Okay.
Okay, Warm Strong. Oh, they've got messages for one another. They're coming on here and talking one another. Yeah, it's getting close to the point where you all have to put a queue in front so we can see questions, because the chat starts running a little bit and it's hard to see what you all are talking about if you have questions for us. So they're just all having a good time. But welcome. We appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And until we see you all again, whenever that is, be safe.